Hi, Christine. What made you choose Elevata Clinic?
Well, initially I was looking for somewhere close to where I was staying, and this is really close, and I looked at a couple of other ones, but there was just something about Elevata that drew me here, and definitely to be able to be here by myself in the room was really, really special for me and incredible. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And how many hours did you book?
I booked 4 hours. I did a 4-hour straight session.
Okay, wonderful. And how did you find those 4 hours?
It was wonderful. Like, I went deep to start off with. I go deep, and then I come to an alert state where I had to write some notes, and then I went deep again. So a lot happened in those 4 hours.
Did you have time to, did you sleep or meditate or visualise or do anything like that?
I always start with acknowledging the custodians of the land and to let them know my intention as well, and to ask permission for my healing and to be on their land. And that was instantaneous. Like, through my mind's eye I saw an Indigenous guy came through. He was quite young first, and then a woman came through, and then more came, and they were like surrounding, and they were really thanking me for being here, more than me thanking them for being here and to be on this land. And I'm from Perth originally, and it was a completely different energy of the Indigenous people. They felt more Polynesian or Islander than what I've noticed from Perth and WA, which was really nice, and they were just so welcoming, really, really welcoming, and thanking me for being here. And then I dropped into a really beautiful space, and what came up to start off with was my mum who's passed, my dad who's passed, my nan who has passed. They came in, and my mum was like, she was clapped her hands and rubbed her hands together, right, let's get on with it, or let's get to it. There was some words like, okay, we're here, let's get in and do our work.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah. And then a friend of mine who passed last year, this was a really profound thing for me. She came through, and I was helping her prepare for her departure. She had cancer, and she was on that journey, and I'm also a funeral celebrant, so I was doing her funeral, and she showed me the time when she was very close to her leaving, and she was in palliative care in hospital, and she showed me the time that I came into her room, and I have a little dream harp that I play and I sing for people to help them pass, and she showed me that and to thank me for what I did, and it just brought me to tears, because I wasn't sad, but she was, in her gratitude for me, the love was just, it was overwhelming. So much when you feel that divine love, it was just overwhelming. And then she showed me the next thing that I did was I went out to her family and played the dream harp for them, which helped them release their grief. And then they asked if we could all go back into the room and stand in a circle, and then I play and sing again, which I did. So she showed me that moment in the room, and it was just this love of gratitude from her was incredible. And she was saying, that moment there helped me pass. That helped me go in a really beautiful way. And it was like she wanted to share with me, and that's when I left my body. That's when my soul left my body.
Okay.
And you initiated that for me.
Okay.
And it was, because I always ponder what happens when people die. I do music for people that are passing. And I talk with her, and we kind of joke, saying, I would say, I wonder what happens. She goes, well, if I can, I'll come and tell you. So it was like, wow, she was sharing that moment. I'm like, yes, this does actually work with what you're doing. So that was a really beautiful and profound moment for me, and I
And
knew
acknowledgement.
I knew that was real. So that was very, very special. And they were all saying, we're all here for you. And I knew that the energy, the way the land here and the room, how it's set up, how you've created this space, is that vibration to be able to have that connection, and it's like they were in the room with me.
It's like it's opened up to allow those other dimensional beings to be able to connect with you in this time. Did you expect it would be so powerful, or what were your expectations here?
I had no expectations. My initial intention was to come and clear the allergy I had to mould, as well as I had a few, and so it was that, to align with the land here and to be energised, and ideas for I'm redefining who I am, where I'm going with my work, which I got.
Yeah.
Because halfway through, about the 2-hour mark, just before you came in, I came to this alert state, and I've got to write. So I was writing, and in that writing, the first thing that came up was they were saying, whoever the beings that were here, saying, thank you for being here, and that myself and other like people of the like vibration, same vibration and frequency, are being called here. We've all been called here for what you've created here, for us to remember. And all we have to do, all they ask of me, is to be my true self. There's nothing that I need to do. And I was shown that we're coming. And for me, for my part, and this is not new for me, but it's another confirmation, because I've had this in other sacred places, that I'm to come and sing the codes that are in the land here, ready to be brought into the now. And that we're, which is yourself and other people, we're hearing the call to come here, this particular place, to help with the remembering and bringing this wisdom and knowledge to the fore, for us to be that energy, and then we just have to be us and share it. So that's what I was writing to start off with, and again there was much gratitude and thanks for me following, for me saying yes to coming here for 2 months, to coming in my not knowingness and knowingness of why. So it was a very profound experience while I was here.
And just that trust that you've had.
Absolutely.
To be able to follow that.
Yes.
That feeling.
Yes. And I wasn't sure if the 4 hours would be too much, but it was perfect. And it was interesting, at that 2-hour mark, all the writing happened, and then, that's done. Wrote about 6 or 8 pages. Put it down, and then back into a deep state again.
So that all sounds wonderful and amazing. And then that evening, how did you feel when you left here and went home?
I felt really energised. Really energised. I felt really centred and grounded. And I was wondering if I would sleep, because I was like, wow, I feel really, really good. And that I did sleep. I slept probably the best since I arrived here a couple of weeks ago. And I woke up the next morning and felt fabulous. I felt really good. That was yesterday.
Okay.
Felt really good.
Okay. Fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience on a physical level, mental, emotional, spiritual?
Oh, it was just very confirming. I got some great ideas for my business as well, which was actually confirmation of when I was wondering, do I do this or not do this? And I bought your
Bath salts?
The bath salts.
Yeah.
And that was great using that too.
Lovely.
So thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank